Well, try on your own phone. Download it. I'm in the middle of something. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a home refreshing. Moisturize with vitamin B. Excuse me, that's one of my favorites in the background, one of my favorite Matlock episodes. It's the one where he gets knocked out by a plank and gets pulled back into the wild, wild west. Well, this is W.A. Boykin II of Smart Home New Construction PCF Home, here with the Ice Cream Shop Home Collective PCF Home. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be there? Would you be our neighbor? Good day, and how are you? We are thankful that you are here with us to discuss the simple steps of a new construction home. As we go through these again, it's very simple. First, you need to create some form of either financing or have money available for the type of home you might want to purchase. Then your next step is, if you have a lot, you need to find a home. And if you have a home, you need to find a lot. So the first thing is, or the next thing is, if you have a lot, you need to find a home, a house. If you have the house, meaning you know what type of house you want, you need to find a lot. You know, and it's pretty simplistic. You think you might not know what type of home you want or what type of how big a lot you would like. Actually, it's pretty easy. Most homes have to be about 40% of the actual lot size. Excuse me. I did not have an opportunity to eat today. Or rather, I only had pineapples. So, if you want a 1,200 square foot home, this the square footage of the home on the ground floor is or needs to be 40% of the total lot square footage to be allowed in that municipality. So if you have a home that's one level, 1,200 square feet, that means 1,200 square feet. So that would have to be at least, what's that? I always forget how to do that backwards math. how to do it the other way. So if the home is 1,200 square feet, I'll just make it simple, and it needs to be half of that. So you gotta double that, which would be 2,400. Yep, it'd be 3,000. So you'd have to have a lot that was at least 3,000 square feet in order to have your 1,200 square foot home. And you think you might not know what type of home you want. You know what type of home you want. Just start making a list of the do's and the don'ts you want in the home. That is what you want and what you don't want. Okay, this is where you start to dream the house. Dream what your house will look like. Then you find you an agent, or you may already have the lot to actually choose, or the lot might have came to you in the family, and now you need to just check out and make sure of electrical and the actual utilities. You basically call out to the various municipalities, and it might take a little calling around. You start with the water department. You just pull up the name of the water, the city you're in, and just put in water department and see what comes up. If nothing comes up for water department, it might be, well, more than likely it will come up. Something will come up for you to call, because sometimes you have to call around and find out exactly which water department it's with, because I've had to do that with a couple properties where one municipality thought it was with another municipality. In fact, for example, in Pennsylvania, at the Hazel Township, we are waiting back for our contractor to actually assist us with that whole question, because I called a couple different organizations and everyone told me it was someone else. And I know, like, when I had the same situation when I was checking in Orlando, Florida for another client, I had the same situation that somebody always told me it was somebody else's, not their area. So sometimes it takes a moment to find out exactly who has the, or who will be the person to service your utilities. And you could start to think it's just you and take it personal, but that's not going to help any. You have to believe in your mind and in your heart that these are just regular people. No one meant to hurt you. And these people are actually paid to answer your questions. And now this doesn't mean you call and ask them a whole bunch of silly questions. And also, when you call, if possible, have your information in front of you. I know sometimes I get so excited to call, I'll call and I realize, oh my gosh, my information is over there. Oh my gosh, my information is over there. So I have to go to the actual information to give to the person so they can help me. So you want to have all your information ready. The good thing about the electrical, in a lot of areas, unless the electrical grid is underground, you can just Google Map and see if there is a electrical pole somewhere near the property, thereby letting you know that you are safe for electricity. And you can still contact an agent and just ask them. Because it wouldn't hurt if you asked an agent to be your real estate transaction coordinator to assist you with the paperwork. And they can assist you with paperwork, researching the lot, researching the utilities of the lot. We do all that for you at PCF Home. However, I'm speaking, if you're working with someone else, they'll be more than happy to assist you. And then let them know that you're creating, it's for a new construction home, and you want them to be your agent working with the builder. Let's see. So our next step. Oh, and I forgot. Saturday here on the show. It's definitely not the 4th of July. Saturday here on the show. It's definitely not the 4th of July. People thinking about building a home now. Great celebration. New homes everywhere. Okay. Yes, we can. I've been thinking for a long time about this show on Saturday. Okay. Anyway, so the next thing you want to check out is exactly which builder or contractor you're going to work with. And you could ask them a lot of questions, like have they built this before, this type of home before? Have they built structures before? Are they knowledgeable in what they're doing? What are your plans for my build? Um, oh, here's a great one. What is the windbreaker for my home, and what is my home prepared for? How is it rated for wind? How is it rated for fire? How is it rated for water? And then you choose who you're going to have build your home. If it's us, yay! If it's someone else, yay! We have contractors excited and ready to build your home in different states. If you're working with someone else, I'm just glad you're getting a good constructed home, and hopefully this show might help you ask some good questions to assist you in purchasing your home or building your home, creating your home. And this is just my opinions and ways I have to attempt to assist and serve my community. Next thing you want to figure out exactly how you're going to situate the house. You don't have to exactly, unless they say it in your municipality, to turn a home in a certain direction. You're going to sit the home differently on different ways on the lot, as long as you meet the setbacks and plan for the home. Mm, as long as you meet those, it's fine. Mm, and you can put your dream home on your dream lot. in any little configuration you would like. Turn it to the side, turn it at an angle, whatever is allowed in your area. Oh, next thing you want to do is you want to take a list of things that you must have for the house. What do you want for your house? Those kind of things like, I want to live on one level. I want to live on two levels. I want I don't want to be cold when I go get in the car. You know, I like to be able to take my groceries out of the car and set them down or have enough room to some people want their groceries. They can have their groceries, they store them out in the garage or off the garage and they have an attached garage with the home. Some people would prefer their actual garage to be separate from the home. All these kind of things assist you in what type of home you create for yourself. Oh, and today in the PCF Home Kitchen, we had a turkey burger with red cabbage, lettuce, green onions, hash browns, and garlic and peppered green beans. Okay. List of things that are must have. And once you get all those out, it really helps you on deciding things you need to have in your home. And perhaps even if you want a different type of home. I might even move that around in my schedule. That'd be a great topic to actually possibly put with the actual house plans. So let's cut this off of that part. And we're going to add this after Dream the House. See, you're here with me changing the show as we watch it. Isn't that great? Okay. Next, we want to talk about dates. And those are the important dates. What date you need to bring money to the closing, what date you're going to break the foundation, start building, break ground and start building foundation, what dates various things are expected to happen, and all these things help you move forward peacefully. And you don't have that uh, sense of anxiety after a hit and run occurrence, where I am now a hit and run warrior. I am sometimes anxious on a lot of various things, which might be well, actually is one of the reasons why some people are starting to see me out and about a little bit more, because I'm getting comfortable around being around people. It's a difference when you see things different. So if anyone out there has experienced a traumatic incident, give yourself some peace and some time, and also learn breathing techniques. I'll attempt to remember to share my breathing technique, but basically it's just a slow count of eight, inhale, and a slow count of eight, exhale. And that helps me with everything from, let's be honest, everyday piece. If you're having a situation with the restroom, it helps you allow you to move smoothly, if I may speak freely. A lot of these things that we have issues for, like constipation and diarrhea and various other ailments, are really connected to, of course, to our diets and a lot to our breathing, because our breathing causes being able to slow down our breathing, in my opinion, allows various chemicals not to be entered into the bloodstream, and therefore is causing you to be anxious and uncomfortable and not make the wisest decisions. So the breathing techniques help me greatly, and I'm pretty sure they'll help you out too. That's a slow count of 8 for inhale, slow count of 8 for exhale. Oh, and like the dates, like also like for example with us, we'll give you like the dates of, well, actually, yeah, in between, yeah, I think the closing really, how does the closing get scheduled? Really, the closing is almost on the lender and um you bringing the money to the table, because we're just here happy to see you, and you just have to let us know when the money is available, and we set the closing, or we set the closing together. We have attorneys to handle our closings, so you know that you're taking taking good care of. Sometimes some title situations don't even have attorneys to look over their paperwork. So we actually have our attorneys look over our paperwork and your paperwork to make sure everybody's taken care of in the best possible aspect. Um, let's see. Yeah, because if attorney does it wrong, that's their whole thing on the line. If your title company does it wrong, yeah, that's your thing on the line, and they pay you. Well, you might get paid, or you might not get paid, and then you have issue. I remember the first deal I did in wholesaling was on Boston Edison, in the Boston Edison district in Detroit. And there was a very nice guy by the name of Robert Shoemaker who let me put I say beautiful, it was beautiful to me. It was, oh gosh, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, it was on Chicago. It was massive. I think it was like 20, between 2,500 and 4,000 square feet. Oh, and then just so happened it had title issues. So, he had bought it from a title company and they didn't clear the title. So, that was my first deal. However, that got me into real estate. That deal should have been an easy 50 grand. My first deal. Anyway, now I'm moved on to bigger and better things, because now we're helping people rebuild their homes. As far as home improvement, we've added something new in addition to new construction, where we build out of the concrete insulated steel EVG 3D. What I realized was all my professionals while I'm marketing and getting the desire up for people to understand the beautiful and wonderful homes we build, or not we build, that are built with EVG 3D concrete insulated steel. In the meantime, there are so many people like Bob and Joe and Jill and Johnny and Jamal and Paulise and Paula and Tommy and everybody that really still needs help with their homes, and they need good contractors they can trust and rely on. I used to just hear people talk about it all the time, and they would ask me, I got asked on a lot of platforms, do you do this? Do you do that? And I've been asked that for the last 3 or 4 years. I just realized, one, I've been leaving money on the table. And two, I still could have been serving the community. So, in light of that, recently I spoke to my contractors in the various states about if they would like to do new construction work. I mean, maintenance and alteration work in their areas. Like I said, we taking it on in Michigan, as well as Florida, and we're excited about that. So let's see, what's our next step? Oh, okay, yeah, dates. Right, dates. So we're getting like also your dates, for example, with us, it would be the closing date, um the date we break dirt and start preparing the land for the foundation, and the date we put up the walls and the roofing for our inspection. We give you like the date for our draws, or the approximate date for draws, and date for the actual home inspections. After each stage, we actually have our home inspection done by a verified licensed home inspector to make sure we're doing good work. And then you can call in your people too. And I never have wanted anybody to just, if they're working with me, just, how can I say this? Do me a favor and glaze over something that's not done correctly. I don't need it, because see, if that's done and another professional sees it, number one, especially if I didn't know about it, I'm gonna feel bad because we're not trying to hide something. It's gonna look like we're trying to hide something. And that's not what we're here to do. We're here to provide the best possible work. One of the things I love about our new Michigan contractor, with Sinclair Construction, Sinclair Home Improvement, Paul Sinclair, um, is the level of professionalism. And for example, with me learning more and more about new construction, here's something I had never heard. I've been on jobs, I've been in and out of houses. I had never, and I've worked on stuff, and I've never heard anybody say there's an A, B, and C level to construction. His A level is he takes out all of the old nails and screws from an area. Yeah. So when he strips down to do rehab, he strips down not possibly, just powerfully. I was speaking with a good friend of mine, and I was saying that, and this was somebody who's not even in construction. I need a team that I can rely on, that I know is not going to be hiding things, because I don't need anything like a couple years down the line, somebody's doing rehab on the job and they want to do a change to something, and they break something open and see where somebody had hid some shazzy, haphazard work. I can't have my name on that. As Scarface said, all you guys, your balls and your word. Yeah, it's graphic, but it's true. And even with God, I mean, y- you only have what you say and what you stand behind. Whew. Next steps. So now we're at the close. And that's the beautiful part where you just close. It may seem silly, and you might not have to. The some company gives us the money to start building. We start building your home. In a few months, we call you and tell you it's finished. In the meantime, you get video updates of your home being created. You get an actual website that's included with steps of what's going on as far as your home being created. You get all this, which is really cool. It's really great. So we allow our people to follow along on what we're creating for them, giving everybody peace and happiness. Isn't that what everybody wants? So now, today, we're going to talk about having the lot and you need to find a house. So if you have a lot and you need to find a house, you need to figure out, okay, now you know what size your lot is. So 40% of that is going to be for your square footage or the ground floor of your home. So if your lot is, let's say, 5,000 square feet, that means you can have a 2,000 square foot home. And then, so that's, you get your square footage that way if you have your lot already. That's number one. You gotta write these steps down. That's pretty good. So if you have your lot already, the square footage of the lot will determine the ground floor of your home, which needs to be 40% of the size, of the square footage of the ground floor Oh, that was great. That's a client call. And let me respond back to the client. Hi, William. We are doing our live Saturday afternoon Zoom call for our new construction. on Zoom and Facebook. Please allow us a couple of hours to return your message answering you live. Thank you for inquiring. Okay, let me put this over here. Copy this and paste it. Oh, gotta introduce myself to them too. That would be good. Gotta let people know who we are. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. So, didn't I reach out to that gentleman? I thought I did. Okay. W. A. Boykin, second, PCF, home.com. We'll contact you shortly. Have a good day, week, life. Okay. Okay, back to the show. So, yeah, because I would put them on live, but I haven't actually asked them, so I don't want to disrespect them. Let's see. So, let's see. Oh, I was on the square footage. Okay, so the lot square footage of the lot will determine the ground floor of your home which needs to be 40% of the square footage of the ground floor. So that helps you decide how big the ground floor can be. So if you want to live, if you prefer to stay on one level, then you know your ground floor, the largest your house can be or should be, is the ground floor square footage that would fit on that lot. And then you want to figure out all the little amenities and things that you would like to actually deal with and have for your home. Would you like a whirlpool bath? The first choices I picked were for a home plan called the Avalon, because at the time it was unfortunate. I just had my hit and run accident, and rehab was slow, and I was dealing with a lot of pain. So I did not want to go up and down stairs, nor did I want to deal with tight home spaces. So I picked a plan that had a wide open floor plan that was good for my body, which would stop me from walking into things and hurting myself. In addition to just help, I just thought about if I have various family members living with me, it would be easier for them too if um, being on the first level, I don't want to go up and down stairs, and I figure if I had a older family member with me, they probably would want to go up and down stairs. So I picked something with one floor plan. I mean, with one level. Now you might not actually mind it. It might work well for you. You might actually like going up and down the stairs. But you also want to think about, is this your forever home? Is this your meantime home or what? If it's your forever ever home, then you want to think about certain things such as, as I get older in years, am I going to want to deal with I'm saying you got to deal with a walker or being in any kind of bad shape. It's just that you might not feel like walking up and down the stairs. And if you don't feel like walking up and down the stairs, you spent the money on the home, you shouldn't have to walk up and down the stairs. And these are the type of things that help you choose your home. Do you want a big kitchen, a big style chef kitchen? Do you want uh uh a utility type kitchen where it's just, you get in there, you got enough room to do what you need to do and you get out? Do you want a kitchen with a floating island? One with maybe a bar and countertop. You and your friends can sit and discuss the day, discuss your lives. You can sit and talk to the kids. All that you can enjoy. That's the one thing that people seem to have forgotten in the idea of, you know, people talking about whether a home's an asset or a liability, an investment, or an amble in your bank account as your bank account. And the one thing we forget about is your home is supposed to be something you enjoy. It's supposed to be your palace, whether you're a king or a queen. It's supposed to be a place, whether it's an apartment, one bedroom apartment, two bedroom, or a 16-room mansion. It's about where you go. I thought that car was red. I mean blue. That's funny. I'm telling you, I'm watching this martial law, one of my favorite shows with Samuel Law and Arsenio just did a spin on the corner. I gotta back this up. I'm telling you, this car was blue when they started the chase. I could be wrong, but the car looked like it was blue when they started the chase. Anyway, so all these kind of things are got sidetracked, are important when you're looking for your home. Those little nuances that help you with your decisions upon what you want in your home. This is your home. Like I mentioned before, this should be, that car is blue. Anyway, when you make these choices, every little choice that you want to decide on is important to you, regardless of what anybody else says. Unless somebody else is paying that bill for you, what they say, or I say it like this, unless that's your spouse. Now, your spouse in your house is a whole nother page, because your spouse is going to have some kind of say so because they're living there with you. That's a blue car. They're living there with you, enjoying their lives with you. So they should have some kind of say so on what type of home they're living in. You're building together, so you should be buying together because you want to have some place where you're both going to be happy in for years. You just don't want to, unless you're just surprising that significant other or your husband or wife with a home. You sort of want to actually have them there to make decisions, or at least, covertly. I don't know about asking their friends because you don't want them to accidentally think you're trying to holler at their friends and cause a whole bunch of whole nother rigmarole. However, what you could do is, try and figure out. You just do things like nice rides and nice little areas, looking at houses. Go look at a Home Depot or just walking around at Home Depot or Lowe's. Let them know you're dreaming. Ask them questions. What would you want in your dream house? Just talk. Just enjoy life. Enjoy being with them and just talk about it. And those type of things will help you figure out exactly what type of home you'll want. And see, the one great thing about, if you do live with somebody else and you have somebody else is gonna assist you with what kind of home you're going to live in. One of the greatest pieces is that you're able to get some insight and help with them on the house. So they actually help you with picking the house, which is a great thing because then you can actually get assistance and not have to pick it by yourself. Isn't that great? That's great. So these are the type of things you want to check when you're looking for a home. That will help you decide on what you want in your home and what you want your home to be. I do these shows just so I can help people out in their decisions on what they're looking for and what they want in their home. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time out of your day and your life to listen to my ideas of how I'm attempting to serve the community and assist them with their home. Thank you very much for your day. Thank you for this week. Thank you for this life, Father. I ask that you all have a good day, have a good week, and have a good life. Take care of yourself, and take care of your families. Bye bye. Nope, almost forgot. The website, if to view homes, is P is in Port, C is in Charlotte, F is in Florida, home.com. That's pcfhome.com. We're creating homes in Florida and in Michigan and looking at Arkansas. Let's see. You can reach us at 941 218 0268. That's 941 218 0268. We're new construction. However, if you need some situations handled with maintenance and alteration, please still give us a call and we will refer you to our other division. Let's see. Our email address is P as in Port, C as in Charlotte, F as in Florida, home 2023 at gmail.com. That's PCFhome2023 at gmail.com. Or you can reach us at 888 996 6007. That's 888-996-6007. Thank you for listening to us on our show. We have lots ready for you at 256 Ravenswood, where we're ready to put that 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, the Sundae, the luxury home, or the ice cream Sundae, or the banana split, which is the home with all the frills, which is the home, one of the largest possible homes to fit on that lot. Just so coincidentally, that amazing home has its kitchen and great room on the second level, giving you a chance to enjoy different kind of home, different kind of situations. Just beautiful, beautiful. So that's the Melia, the one, excuse me, that's the Greenlee. That's the 1 bedroom studio apartment with the garage on the lower. That's the Joshua, the 2 bedroom, 2 bath with office with the upstairs large outside patio. That's the Melia, the 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 floor home. Beautiful home for a narrow lot. For 256 Ravenswood or 2163 Flagstaff or 2167 Flagstaff. In addition, if you happen to have a lot, we have the houses. We can create that house for you. for you. Ain't that cute? We can create it for you. So if you got the house, we can create it for you. But actually, if you can create it for you, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and no cracks on the actual accents. I'm actually both my parents are from the South, so I don't want to hear it. Anyway, thank you. Have a good day. Have a good week and have a good life. PCF home. Bye bye.